Hey Scorpio, welcome to your April 2024 reading. Let's get started. Call upon thee, Iao, that thou wilt send Haru, the great angel, send out the operation of this secret wisdom, to lay his hands invisibly upon these consecrated cards of heart, that thereby we may obtain knowledge of hidden things, to the glory of thine ineffable name. Amen. Okay, Scorpio, or to any cross watchers out there, if you would like any questions answered, yours truly, please leave it in the comment section, leave your email, or any way to contact you, preferably email, and I will let you know. This will be a Tree of Life reading with pathwork. For those of you who don't know what the Tree of Life is, that's what she looks like, and each one of these is a different path. Needless to say, it's complicated, but I will try to uncomplicate it for us all. I may say random words that you may not understand if you don't speak Hebrew. Just pay no mind, and I don't even know why I said anything. But yeah, be using Thal Tarot, and yeah. April 2024. Alright, one more shake and shuffle. And we'll get started with Scorpio. Thanks for being here. Call upon my higher power, Spirit, the Spirit of the universe. What does Scorpio need to know for April 2024? Please and thank you kindly. Right. Keter, you have the Godhead. Okay, top of the tree. Keter, you have Venus in Virgo, Nine of Discs, Sword of Gain. Feel like no, I'm good with that. Shokma, loosely translated, actions you can take. No, loosely translated to wisdom, but also actions you can take. Divine Masculine, you have Fortune, Jupiterian energy, very nice. Alright, Binah, roughly translated, understanding, things you need to understand, ruled by Saturn. You have Death, Scorpio energy. Now we will cross the abyss into Chesed, roughly translated to mercy, things you should be grateful for, your vision of love. By Jupiter, you have the Magus of Power, Mercurial energy. Cool. Gibura, roughly translated to severity. Challenges you may face, the objective world, ruled by Mars, you got Saturn in Sagittarius, Ten of Wands, Lord of Oppression. Popular card. This month, okay, next month. Tippereth. God consciousness, roughly translates to beauty. You have number 10. Mars in Pisces, Ten of Cups, Lord of Satiety. Very interesting. And Nektok, roughly translated to victory. Your ambitions, your desires, your thoughts, your feelings, the will and the what. You have Tower, Martian energy. In Had, roughly translates to glory, your methods, your means, the how and the way. Humility, submission, logic. But by Mercury, you have Jupiter in Gemini, Eight of Swords, Lord of Interference, an 8 and an 8. That's a lot of thinking. Okay. Yesod, your foundation. I believe that's the rough translation. Yeah. Your automation, your subconscious beliefs, your inner child, your sexual drives, yada yada. Ruled by the moon, you have Scorpio. Very part of Earth, the Prince of Discs. Your overall energy, your overall outcome, Malkuth, roughly translates the kingdom. Your embodiments, your reality. The bottom of your feet. You have Scorpio. The root of the power of water, the Ace of Cups. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Scorpio, for being here. Let's get right into it. Alright, top of the tree. In Keter, you have Nine of Discs, Lord of Gain. It's the card of change. Change. Beneficial change. Change that comes for a gain, your gain. Nines are the perfect amount for any suit. Tens are too much. But yeah, generally this is a card of getting stuff for yourself. And the Rider-Waite-Smith, there's a lady with pentacles all around her, and she's got a bird, she's happy as hell, and she doesn't need a man or anything like that. So it's that kind of energy. Things are going your way, at least up here in the mind they are. Things are changing for the best. This is good. It's very good. Okay. Let's take a walk. Let's go on some paths. Let's grow. Okay. Path of the Fool, we have Fortune. Now the Path of the Fool. If you see the Fool card on the Thought Tarot, which I'm not going to get here, but he's got the 3 rings of Keter up here, the 3 veils of nothingness, Ein Sof, and something else I can't think of. Since he's coming out of that 3 realms of nothingness into somethingness, or something, he can see reality for what it is, which is kind of just something. Therefore, he can create chaos, play any role he or she wants to, and make some choices that one normally might not make. Now, Fortune, and gain to Fortune. You might be taking a risk here with this gain of yours, seeing as that might be what the Fool would do, a left, air. Right? You have the air of change, of things going your way, and you want to take a chance on that. My teacher says fortune coming up in a reading generally means that it's not good because you're in a, I don't know, I don't even want to say it because I don't subscribe to it. I have a feeling that this could be good. This could be good. Whenever fortune comes up, for me in a reading, it means that it's good fortune, unless it's in Gebura, in which case, no, because severity. But yeah, there you go. Path of the Fool. Want to take a risk? I say take it. It would be the wise thing to do, Scorpio. Okay. Now, through the Path of the Magician, you have Death. Scorpio energy, you. Now, the Magician has to do with seeing reality for what it is. How is he different from the Fool, you may ask, and I'm glad you asked, because he's different from the Fool, because he will tell you, I won't tell you directly, but, alright, these are paths, so they're different for everyone, but if there's a person who's ever told you how it is, and how it's not, like, this is how it's going to go for you, this is how it's going to go for me, and that's it. Someone who's blunt, someone who has a knowledge of Keter, a knowledge of the understanding of reality at the same time. If you've ever known anyone like that. That's why it's called... that's why it's called translucent. No, that's not the word. You can see through... Alright. He can see through... Okay, Path of the Magician. You have Death. Transparent intelligence in the back, thank you. Okay. It's gonna drive me nuts. Okay, transparent intelligence. Now you have a good sense of death and your mortality and stuff like that, so... Nine of Discs to Death. You might see this as a change for the better, but this also could be changing you. This might be all you think about, which wouldn't be a good thing, but it might be a good thing if that's what you need to survive and stuff like that. But death is a change that doesn't change back. Death is the toothpaste out of the jar and it doesn't go back into the capsule or whatever. I know it's not a jar, but yeah. Once you strike the match, there's no going back. Death. And you know that. You know that, Scorpio. Okay. To the path of the priestess, we have the Ten of Cups, deity, 9 to a 10. Very interesting. Now that the high priestess has to do with secrets, knowledge, consciousness, aligning your head with your heart. And this is literally your head, and this is not literally, but it's your heart. So it's your head and your heart. Path of the priestess combines it, right? Camel to go past or go through the. I want to say Valley of Death, but that's not what it's called. Threshold, that's not what it's called either. Abyss, the back, thank you. Cross the abyss with the camel into satiety. Now these are emotions, cups, something that's made, right, with edges, something that makes you feel full. Just too much emotion, too much something, too much of a feeling, and it's too much. 9 of Cups is perfect, right? Heard described as 9 of Cups happiness is like you have a cake and you're really, really excited about eating it, and then you eat the cake and the satiety is after. It's like, oh, why did I do that, right? So this gain might be causing you to feel a little bit too emotional in the month of April, whatever this gain is. Whatever this gain is, whatever this change is. Discs in time represent years, so could be a long time coming, this change. Let's continue. Wisdom, yeah, fortune, again. The idea of fortune here is that you have these 3 guys, right? One's kind of hanging loose, one's on the side, one's got it made in the shade. And there's another circle up here, if you can see, right? And that's a wheel in the sky, and it keeps on turning, because fortune keeps on turning. Sometimes, we're here, sometimes we're there. In reality, where we want to be is here, where we're not really worried about it. Wisdom would be to sense where you are on the wheel, let's say, in the month of April. Or for me to do my job and tell you, but this is a cold reading, so I can't really tell you, but if I had to venture a guess, I'd say you're doing pretty okay. That's a bit of a leap, though. So let's take a walk with the Empress to death. The Empress is illuminating intelligence. She balances the masculine and the feminine, which is what these 2 are, right? Wisdom, actions, and understanding. And she allows all things. So this risk might change everything, might change something, but it's going to change it. And like I said, once it's changed, it doesn't go back. Illuminating intelligence. Whatever it is you're taking a risk on, make sure you look before you leap. That's all. Okay. Through the path of the Hierophant, we have the Magus of Power. Now the Hierophant is eternal intelligence. Main function is listening. Call him the Hierophant because he knows the voice of God and is able to tell other people what's up with God. For me personally, in my life, my Hierophant was a lady person, and I was just like, she knows so much. She knows so much more than I do. So much about spirituality and life, and I know she's not my teacher, but she's teaching me so much. She taught me how to meditate and blah, blah, blah. She was my Hierophant. The Hierophant's that kind of person. In the cards, he's kind of a religious guy, but in reality, it could be anyone who just knows a lot about something, especially something in relation to spirituality and God. So let's see. listen to the Magus of Power, go from Fortune to Magus. Yeah, so Magician can do anything he wants because he believes he can, and he's got control of all the suits. So I'd say the path, which is a meditation, is to listen to your guides about your fortune, be it good or bad, then decide what to do about it with the Magus of Power. To the path of Aries, you have Ten of Cups, fortune to the Ten of Cups. The Emperor. The Emperor is all about war and action, masculine energy, being aggressive, martial arts, stepping up, stuff like that. Basically, I want this, I don't want that, I want to rule my kingdom. That being said, see this path to the Emperor. Okay, this is risky because I can see his main function is sight. I can see that this may cause you a lot of emotions maybe you don't need, emotions that you maybe don't want, you probably don't want. I know I'm making this sound like a bad card, and everyone knows Ten of Cups to be a great card, and it's emotional fulfillment and success, and it is all that. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what the Emperor, Path of the Emperor is about. But every time I see the Ten of Cups, that's me. I just gravitate towards it's too much. It's too much emotion, and I want less of that. Constitutional intelligence. What am I capable of? What am I not capable of? Can you handle all this? Don't have an answer for that, but it's a good question for you, Scorpio. Okay. You are an introspective person. Or introspective sign, I should say. And you investigate. Do your homework. Okay. Understanding. Binah, we have death. Things you need to understand. Okay. It's ruled by Saturn. Saturn's all about limitations, lessons, and material health. Bad cop of the good cop, bad cop, right? And good cop would be Jupiter. So yeah, this is a big one. Things you need to understand. Something has changed or will change for you in April that is not going back, right? They made The Last Jedi, and then Star Wars fans were forever at war with each other, and we still are. I hate those guys. I'm just kidding, but it did. I don't talk to those guys anymore. It's fine. It's just an example. Now let's take some walks. Let's go down some paths. To the path of the Chariot. Very deep path. I don't know why I said that, but it kind of is. Path of Cancer. Path of fence. Right. Fence that keeps a city safe and secure. Like our bodies, keep our organs safe and secure. It goes from understanding to challenges. Once you understand something that you need to understand, that might not be easy, then you can face a challenge. I'll give you an example, which might seem a little silly, but it's like when I play a video game with my cousin, right? And like he always beats me, right? NBA 2K, I win every now and then, but he always beats me, and the son of a bitch, he always rubs it in, and it gets to me sometimes. Now, what I need to understand when I do that, it's a very weird example, but what I need to understand when I do that is it's not the end of the world, right? As long as I try my best at the game, it's fine. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, he can be a jerk about it, but that's who he is. I won't want him to be any other way. If I don't understand that, I go into the game all passionate without proper shielding of understanding, then I might lose my temper. I might feel down on myself. I might feel like I'm not good at anything, or I'll never be able to beat him, and all this. I make all this meaning that I don't need to make. That's just one example of kind of how this path works. For you, you need to understand how something is changing so that you can face some kind of holding back here. Right? That's what the Ten of Wands is about. Depression, self-sacrifice, and the like. Okay? Through the path of the Lovers, satiety. Big change. It's not going back to emotional fulfillment or emotional overindulgence. Right? Now, the Lovers is a path of choice, of decision or indecision, of knowing who you are, of not knowing who other people are, or learning how other people are, right? It's the sword, Zion, right? Those people are like that way, these people are like that way, I'm like this way, and there's division, right? It's air. But you go through the path of the Lovers and you see, oh, okay, wait, they're not so different than me. They're different, maybe, but not so different, really. Spend some time with them. Hey, they're pretty good guys. I feel the love. Maybe over time. For me personally, Path of the Lovers was, let's give an example. I did a play with a guy that I didn't like, right? He was a jerk in school, but I did the play and I spent so much time with him, and I ended up being pretty cordial with him, and I was like, he's an okay guy, he's harmless, he's fine. And I told him, like, at first I didn't like you, but now you're okay, I get you now. And that's just one example. Now, what does that have to do with this path? Well, let's see. A change that's not going back into emotional overindulgence. I'm getting a sense of, I don't even want to say death because you're not supposed to say that in a reading, but when something's gone and then you kind of reminisce about the past and you do it too much. Stoics say, they're supposed to be the wise people, but I'm not so sure, but they say if you overindulge in your emotions too much, of grief or whatever like this, it kind of makes you weak. I've seen it done in my family personally, just like my mom, just, I don't talk shit about my mom. Yeah, she'll talk on and on about something like, wasn't that great, wasn't it this, wasn't it that, and it's just like, enough, ma, enough. It's done, it's gone. Don't get over it, because you never really get over something, probably, but be careful. Path of the Lovers. I'm not even sure if, okay, we're going to continue. Okay, Cross the Abyss. Chesed, mercy, things you need to be grateful for. Magus of power, like I said, can do anything he or she wants, not because of power necessarily, but because of belief, which is powerful. All right, so you need to be grateful for your belief in yourself, I feel. All right, let's take a walk. Let's do some paths. The path of Virgo, willful intelligence. We have the Ten of Cups. You might be trying to will something into your existence with magic, with everything you have, everything you can do. Maybe it's right for you. The path of Leo, lust, main function, taste. We have Ten of Wands, Saturn and Sagittarius. Again, Saturn is limiting, and Sagittarius wants to roam, wants to go, wants to travel, right? And these two wands are holding all this stuff back, right? And jagged edges and fire, and it's too much. My teacher says this card, it's a funny example, is like Game of Thrones in the end when the chick is on the dragon and she's killed all the armies, right? And it's cool and it's fine. But then she goes and kills like all the people, and it's like, she shouldn't have done that, right? But she had that fire in her. She was supposed to be crazy. I didn't really buy it, but that's kind of the energy of this card, right? You need to hold it back. You need to chill out. Because it looks like you're lusting for something. Who isn't, right? Through the path of the Wheel of Fortune, rewarding intelligence, we have the Tower. Oh, Spirit Wars Tower, that's not a reward at all. I know that's not a reward at all. But it's rewarding intelligence. This is what you get for this. careful. Actions you can take, again, be careful. Understand the change, because the tower is going to fall in your emotional world, at least. Let's continue. Challenges you may face. Depression. Something's going to get you going. Spiritually speaking, you're going to really want to do something or many things, and you're probably going to have to hold back. Let's take some walks. Path of Libra, faithful intelligence, main function is work, 10 to a 10, 10 of Wands to 10 of Cups, doing and made, okay, this, you do this, faithful, okay, this could lead to letting out all this fire, it could lead to the letting out of all this emotion, it could be too much. Faithful intelligence would say to work on this, so you don't become a little overindulged. But again, this could be a good thing. So it could also be an energy of, or the path. It also could be a meditation of, if you let this out, this could go away. Or maybe you have to hold this in so you can feel this. It's tricky because this is the advice from Spirit. This is God consciousness. And it's an unusual card, but that's why we're here. Okay. Stabilizing intelligence. Path of the Hanged Man. Eight of Swords. Differentiation. Interference. Too many thoughts, right? The Hanged Man is underneath the Chariot. Hanged Man is kind of almost like the opposite of the Chariot, right? He sees something is not going his way and he's stuck, so he just kind of changes his perspective, goes upside down, and becomes enlightened. So you might be thinking, this is too much, there's too many, I can't think, there's too many thoughts, there's too much to do here. And I can't even see straight, metaphorically speaking. So I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to hold myself back. I'm going to self-sacrifice. Maybe that's not what you're supposed to do. Maybe you're not supposed to self-sacrifice, but you are. You're holding back. Maybe you're not supposed to hold back. I'm not here to tell you. I mean, I sort of am, but not really. Okay, let's continue. 10 of Cups, your advice from Spirit, your higher self, the heart of the tree, blah, 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 God consciousness. Okay. 10 of Cups, I believe we've gone over that enough. Mars and Pisces. Mars is just, Pisces is chill. It was nice. I was happy with Jupiter. Pisces is a little bit of a passive sign, and Mars comes in and says, no, we gotta go more. We're gonna get more. Come on, get up. Let's go. Pisces is like, all right, we'll do it. It's fine. I'm not into it, but we'll do it. It's okay. Right? It's too much. It's not necessary. Now, through the path of death, with the Tower, that extra push could be too much. This is your emotional sphere, Sephiroth. Right? And Tower is, I should say, is not a good card. Right? It's something crumbling. It's something collapsing. This much could lead to a collapse, a death. Imaginative intelligence, right? I don't see this going well. I'm too emotionally invested, right? You, Jim, you take care of it, because I can't see straight, right? Can't see straight. The path of, this is the first path I should have done, but here we are. Through the path of Sagittarius, probing intelligence, we have the Prince of Discs. Prince of Discs is a Wall Street broker, right? Someone who's very good with money, good with materials, very capable. Might be a little dull, but whatever. All right, so what's behind this is you wanting to become something, possibly. This isn't Capricorn energy, so I'm not sure about that, but you wanting to make something, you wanting to build something, you wanting to create something with your emotions. It's interesting. Okay, through the path of the devil, Iron, third eye, interference. Again, I'm getting this theme of I just can't see straight. I can't see straight. And anything below the tree is stuff you bring. Anything above the tree is stuff that I want to say is above you, is like in the heavens and stuff. So to the path of the devil, which is like wanting earthly stuff, it's just like I don't even know. I don't even know what I want. I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. See all these, it's like all these weapons are getting thrown. And all these weapons are thoughts. I don't even know what I want. I know I want something, right, with the Prince of Discs here, but I can't think straight. All right, let's wrap this up. And your Venus, that's not funny, but your rulership is Mars. So this is your rulership. That means this is where the universe is going to take you, and you kind of don't have a choice in the matter. But yeah, this is Venus, relationships, values, and balance. Something's going down, right? The tower is a collapse. It's similar to death, but it's something that can be built up better. Right? It's more about harsh brute force coming down instead of change. Through the path of the tower leads you to interference, which makes sense. Something valuable in your emotional life comes down, and you would be like, oh, I can figure this out. I can think through this. I'm introspective, right? I'm gonna investigate, but no, sweetheart, no. Interference. It's too much. You're interfering with yourself. You're holding yourself back. This is also known as the Lord of shortened force. Emotions conflicting with thoughts and differentiation. Exciting intelligence. That's gone. Okay, let me think. I can't even think. I can't see straight. To the path of Aquarius. Natural intelligence, main function is meditation. We have the Prince of Discs. Okay, that's gone, but I can make this work. I just need to take some time and think about it and cool off and pivot. Right, see the bull here, right? He's pivoting. I can do this. I'm capable. I can make this work. And perhaps you can. Aquarius is a star. Aquarius comes right after the tower. So focus on that. That is, well, yeah. Through the path of the moon, corporeal intelligence of the body, main function is sleep. We have the Ace of Cups. It's interesting that that's at the bottom of the tree, and the 10 of Cups is at the heart of the tree. I feel like 10 of Cups possibly lead to this crash through the path of death, and death is what you need to understand. But after that death, something new comes, right? After Last Jedi, there was whatever was after Last Jedi. I can't. Rise of Skywalker. It wasn't good, but you know, it had potential. I'm lying, it didn't. Whatever comes after this tower, you feel in your body, and you're very sexual, and you probably can feel things in your body. I went with what I know, and it just came out. But that's it. Corporeal intelligence of the body says, feel it out, see what's there, see what there's potential for. Because this tower is gone. That emotional stability, whatever it was, yeah. HOD, your methods, your means, you're on the way. You're strategizing, it's hard, it's not easy, you can't think, this is too much, right? Jupiter and Gemini and HOD is thinking, Gemini is thinking. It's just too much. 8 and 8 is too much thought, and you can't find one to, right? It's too much interference. Okay. Yes, I'm a Star Wars geek. Now, through the path of the sun, we have collecting intelligence, Prince of Discs. Okay. I can't, but maybe he can. I can't, but maybe she can. I can't think, but maybe I can change something. Maybe I can pivot. This is also the frontal cortex, your face. Yeah, I'm keep getting pivot for this meditation. Pivot your expectations, pivot your whatever resentments you may be holding, if you are holding any of them, or any resentments. Pivot. You're capable. Clear your minds. Action is your best bet. To the path of the Aeon, perpetual intelligence, Ace of Cups, judgment, right? Something has happened. Maybe it's not allowing you closure and you're judging it too much, and that's creating interference, all this differentiation in your mind. And that's, well, that what leads you is this potential at the bottom of the tree. Potential of how it makes you feel, or how it makes you. It's like it's up to you. It is up to you, of course. Yasad, Prince of Discs, Foundation. This guy's going to take care of it. Every Prince of Discs I've known, and I've known a few, they're very, very capable people. They've gone through a lot of stuff in their lives, and they always come out okay. For lack of a better word. They come out okay. So yeah, keep that in your foundations. Know you're going to be okay. Do the introspection, do the investigation. Feel out whatever you need to feel out. Through the path of Saturn, path of the universe, got the Ace of Cups. It's like this is what you feel, and this is what you're going to get. Administrative intelligence. This is what we're going to give you. Its potential. What you do with it is totally up to you. But this is a good move right here. This is a good move. It's like it's not a sports game here. But yeah, this is a good sign. I like the Prince of Discs in your foundation. Let's wrap this up because I've already taken up way too much of your time indulging my Malkuth, the kingdom, your embodiment, Ace of Cups. Future is whatever you hold. What? There is no fate but what you make. Your future is not determined. These aces are just potential. In your heart, you are feeling a lot in April. And it's going to lead to some stuff emotionally. But ultimately, it's up to you. What happens next? Alright? And it goes right back up to the head of the tree. Right? We went through the path of the dove, and the serpent would go all the way back up to gain. Right? We have gain. Leads to, very interesting here, it leads to this fortune, right? But this is called the path of the flaming sword, right? It leads to the fortune, which leads to change, which leads to power, which leads to building back, because this all emanates from here, which leads to a lot of emotion, which leads to destruction in your emotional sphere, which leads to too much thinking in your logical sphere, which leads to a pivot, which leads to a potential for something to be made new. That's what it is, Scorpio. I hope you have a great April. Thank you so much if you stuck with me here for the entire reading. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you like what I do here, please subscribe. I'll see you next time. Take care. Mwah. Bye-bye.